Be gone. That's not real. Oh my god, he's not real. God's failed rapture.
Watching this right now, it means one and one thing only.
You
You've
survived.
officially missed the rapture. Your sins caught up to you and you didn't make the bus to heaven. Whether that was you stealing gum from the front of the register thinking a cashier wouldn't notice, going to
Classic.
maximum capacity while your ancestry line watched in horror, and the world has officially turned to hell. You didn't really need a rapture to that, let's be honest. Wars happening every month, countries getting burned to the ground every other week, the country of Israel, Labubus. It was bound to implode on us eventually. But first we gotta start where this all came from and where every biblical accuracy always comes from. TikTok. Before that too, I also want to explain what the rapture even is for people that aren't Christian or just may not know it. The rapture is the belief in Christianity that at the right time, Jesus will come back and take all his believers from earth. And there's supposed to be some major signs happening on earth that it may be happening. One being increased wars, famines, and natural disasters. A decline of morals and people becoming more greedy and violent. A rise of the Antichrist, whether that be Trump, Mr. Beast, or Caillou. I mean, we fit right in the description.
No, yo. This is a labeling Mr. Beast as Antichrist is crazy.
Trump, Mr. Beast, or Caillou. I mean, we fit right in the description for it to happen anytime soon. I do think it's funny though that you can fit a lot of these things in basically any time in humanity. And look, as y'all know, I am a Christian, I am a believer. But if you think this time we're in right now is even close to how bad certain times were in the past, someone from the 1930s would be begging to come to this time. They had the Great Depression, the rise of Adolf, Stalin purging his whole country, the Spanish Civil War. Meanwhile, our 2030s is going to be filled with consumerism with AI robots that work half the time. One of the first things they tell you in Christianity though is that no human being will be able to know except God when it's gonna happen. There's also sectors of Christianity that believe people completely misinterpreted what was said and the actual rapture people imagine isn't ever gonna happen or metaphorical. But even in sectors that do believe it, there are multiple verses stating this, one being Acts 1:7, which says, when the disciples asked Jesus about the timing, he said, it is not for you to know the times or dates the Father has set by his own authority. You can't get more clear than that. He basically said, shut up and wait, little bro. So I don't know why people on TikTok or in general are just believing in a random rapture date.
How did that even
that someone gives?
Who came up with the date? That's what I'm so lost about. Who was like, yo, September 23rd, this is gonna happen?
I think the only way they consume the Bible is if an AI gives them a short summary of it. The reason this one got so big was because a South African preacher named Joshua Makela went on an interview and said he had a vision of Jesus and he straight up told him that the rapture is gonna happen on the 23rd to 20th.
Oh, brother.
4th of this September. And while I'm writing this video on the 23rd, which is one of the days he gave and things happened, and I'm gonna be editing, I'm writing straight up told him that the rapture is gonna happen on the 23rd to 24th of this September. And while I'm writing this video on the 23rd, which is one of the days he gave and nothing's happened, and I'm gonna be editing this on the 24th of September, which is the last day. Meaning if it doesn't happen in that time frame, he's a fraud. Shocker.
Shocker.
100% does not do it for me. I'm a billion% sure.
Nigga schizo.
Jesus on the in 2018, and he gave me the rapture date of the 23rd and the 24th of September, and I did not die. So I'll be doing a live in this channel for Christ.
Oh yeah.
Ah, yes.
Ah, so live stream.
Just what we needed in the rapture. Somebody streaming it for everybody else on earth who are burning in eternal hell to be caught up on it. Maybe they can get some subs to make it to heaven. People on TikTok have absolutely zero research ability. I think they gotta implement community notes like they did on Twitter to combat misinformation, because this is just insane. It would take you like 2 seconds to skip to any part of this interview with this guy and realize he's insane. And he's doing it just to get clout for his YouTube channel. Like who the shouts out their YouTube channel if the rapture's gonna happen? Gang, you're not gonna need it anymore. I'm sure people on earth will notice people floating up all of a sudden. And his prediction comes from a video on YouTube of this random channel and him on a podcast. It's not even like he's some established pastor around the world that has predicted multiple things. Bro just popped up on an interview and people assumed he was one of Jesus' disciples. It got so big they created a whole movement with it, calling it Rapture Talk and Rapture Now on TikTok, where people of course had to do away with their final things they wanted to leave on earth and to say their goodbyes. This one lady was kind enough to leave Bibles for the rest of y'all that stayed in hell.
Hey guys, all right. What did I do today to prepare my home for?
Yo, she's insane. These people are insane.
At the Dollar Tree.
They got a mental illness.
I just wrote these on here, like little notes. I also bookmarked some scripture. There's the scripture.
These kind of videos make me feel kind of bad. It seems well me so off the mark. It also shows how hopeless it is. are just trying to leave already. When I see people like this, I know they have some trauma they never done. Every religion always has its fanatics that go off the deep end more than the average follower, which is why I really think those mega churches are so exploitative and disgusting. They take these people's traumas and have them come to their church where they act like they have all the answers. They can cure your broken foot by waving their hand over it because God personally gave them the power to do it. Then they end up buying mansions and private jets, all while none of their money gets taxed. We gotta talk about more how much that's a hack.
No, the mega churches are crazy, bro. I've watched videos on them. It's insane.
Look into these type of churches. Kenneth Copeland famously.
This is the motherfucker that I watched the video on.
So I think
COVID-19.
Bigger. This is not real. Oh my god, he's not real.
This gotta be the Antichrist. I refuse to believe this man is a real preacher. There's not a single interview you'll see with him where his face looks comforting at all. Africa, funnily enough, has a ton of these type of false preachers where they kind of just say it and people believe it. And over there, it's way more likely.
Yo, that was the funniest thing.
For people to believe whatever the pastor says. When I say they can.
Yo, so people actually sat down. How did no one laugh at this?
This guy.
COVID-19.
How did not a single soul laugh at this? Yo, and then you hear the audience all do the same thing.
Says. When I say they can say anything, they can say anything. Which is why you got people like Joshua pop up so often over there. There's this one famous clip where a preacher said, if you don't see him in heaven, you're in hell.
If you get right this, you get to heaven and you don't find me there, you have gone to hell. If you get
one famous clip where a preacher said, if you don't see him in heaven, you're in hell.
If you get to heaven.
Yo, I'm dying. Yo, I'm actually dying. I'm dying.
Write this down. You get to heaven and you.
Yo, it's the fact that these people are so serious. That's so funny.
You have gone to hell. That's not.
I'm gonna be honest.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Oh my god. I can't breathe. Oh my god. I can't breathe.
Wish I had this level of confidence to lie and bullshit.
Oh my god.
Do y'all think they ever wonder what's actually gonna happen when the time comes to
my
end?
god.
Like when they gotta confront God.
How are people this like
and tell them why they lied on this. Yeah, my bad with all.
Write this down. You get to heaven and you don't find me there.
Look at him. Look how serious he is.
You have gone to hell. That's not.
I'm gonna be honest. I wish to do.
Oh
but do you
my
mind
god. I can't
go
breathe.
through the gate still? It's crazy how far they come though, and how their churches keep growing and growing. It's not.
Oh, okay, I'm back. Hardest I've ever heard you laugh. Yo, that shit is just.
It's not like Kenneth Copeland woke up one day, a church pastor, $300 million net worth. He had to gain trust from a large public sector. There was also another.
I don't know why that was so funny.
Rapture they predicted back in, which makes it funnier than one.
It's just how serious they were, like taking themselves.
And that one, as you can guess, Harold Camping, who was a Christian radio broadcaster and entire, which on average had started his own of the rapture that was gonna happen. Of course, people. In fact, that's worse bad. Like we know it's bad now, but we have. At that time, people had limits. You can see the moments recorded when realized it was a lie and shattered. For the people that said without.
That's just an IQ diff.
He had so he went out buying billboards, doing all types of advertising, driving around cars to advertise that the day was coming. Imagine you probably just looked at it for a second, and just like with the most recent rapture, cars and jobs, which I don't.
I ain't gonna lie, this is just natural selection at this point. Like if you're dumb enough to like sell all your assets, believing some random TikTok, then you lost me. You deserve to lose all your shit.
Unless they got vending machines. Once the day came and nothing happened, I don't understand why these fake rapture dates. Especially if it was well established, but he wanted a viral. No one's to say after lying on. Going back to Joshua, now he had brand new the rapture. How's he getting all these visions every day? These guys are right here. If he keeps milking new dates of a rapture, somehow I don't know how anybody's never thought of that. Could come up with a day God gave different date. Then you could say the old time and God was just practicing. Bro, this is something straight out of Cinderella. Was he in a dress and had glasses? Describing the experience like how traded.
I was taken and I was in this chariot and fly. Right, I could see blue sky. The joy, but then when I was fit through this, I started to feel a sadness in me, and this sadness was because in that moment, I had not told that I know the day.
And I love how it's like this one dude's, and by the time you're watching this, probably. Let not be troubled. Even God also in me. My Father's house. McDonald's be relaxed.
I'm good off this. Good video though. She made me laugh.